Where you murdering the beat?
Red flag, wave it. Red tag, save it. Red, green, what that means? Morris, Lance, Bourbon. Who got claimed Elbin? Not the name MJ. Lush and green was the porcelain, all pristine and so awful. Know thyself, the father from my aunt capstone. Ripped the ground, we put it back to top. See some real engineering. Really no Indians near here. Blackstone from the next planet. Still you have no sword, just a stick faggot. Batman still up in the cave, he got some sick gadgets. Nigga rich run a whole city with no power to apocalypse now. In the door coward. Red flag make a 7 as it rains. A flag above many that has waved. Self from here to save. I'm an all-man, got a lot of lip. Chopped up to say back up. You see the red flag waving. Red tag saving. Red green, that I mean Morris, Lance, Bourbon. Who got claimed Elvin? Not the name MJ. Lush and green was the porcelain, all pristine and so forth. Red flag waving. Red tag saving. Red green, what that mean Morris, Lance, Bourbon. Who got claimed Elvin? Not the name MJ. Lush and green was the porcelain, obscene, some cordial.
I value representation. This flag represents a nation. Collecting information, tracing our roots, not chasing. Pacing my progress, doing more, saying less. Black, white, gray, MSF, RBG in our breath. The depth of what we do is best presented by how we grew. What's true is ear of the beholder to proof answers question over. Some call it closure. I prefer to say we open since we still scoping for knowledge and others now awoken. Hoping little to not. Prefer work, plan, plot, strategize to maximize the probability. We sock between honor and a smart place. The decisions that we make, ripple effects, minor or great, still I appreciate.
Red flag waving, red tag saving, red green, that I mean Morris, Lance, Bourbon. Who got claimed Elbin? Not the name MJ. Lush and green was the porcelain, all pristine and so forth. Red flag waving, red tag saving, red green, what that mean Morris, Lance, Bourbon. Who got claimed Elbin? Not the name MJ. Lush and green was the porcelain, some obscene, some cordial.
50,000-year-old ancestral claiming, flag in the ground, hear the flapping fabric sound. Red for the bloodshed of celestial realms. When all you see is feathers and turbans, be overwhelmed. Standing on the squares, independent and fearless. From lower self to higher self, with no interference. 5-point star is her. We call her Venus. My niggas are Nagas, impropriate persona genius. In 3, 5, or 7 plus, whenever you see us. Moorish national disciples, Prophet Ali and Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Confucius. The same frequencies preceding all man-made religions. Displaying decency, secret teaching of the ages. The heart is where the life is. Osiris is Orion, Horus, Mars, Sirius, Isis. Clear conceptions of your work during a crisis. Rep my flag till I'm dust or the husk is lifeless. Rep my flag, red, green, 5-point star, no gold fringes. Stand on my square, no liberty infringes. No rights violated, no Negroes emancipated. All they know is castrated and decapitated. Red flag.
You don't. You got an agenda.
the dirty more, torture him like Saw. 3D, 0.5 or 1 through 4, or get it like 5 or 6 with a fez on jigsaw. Leather face in a turban, rip dirty Moore's lips off. Disrespecting the mother Raz Mariah Bay. Wrap him up like double crochet, the barbed wire way. Throw him off a bridge, or feed him to the piranhas. Yellow journalist Moore spread nothing but propaganda. Idi Amin bait, treat the temple like Uganda. Dirty Moors like foreigners, crush the dust like ganja. Not worthy of being Moors, we call them dirty Nehesus. Solomon Seal spell command 72 demons to get you.
This was the temple ground actually said. That Canaanland is not a part of North America. Canaanland is bigger. Yo, it's ignorant, man. I mean, come on, you're talking about the same land. Canaanland is actually bigger than the landmass they know is the corporate United States. Almost twice as big. And if they had any sense, they can just go to Google and they can type in North America and find out North America goes all the way up to Greenland. But they're ignorant. They don't want to do that. They just dealing off emotion.
You might hear horse voices, see frog faces, and who's for feet. Demons we run with, spit fire with gold wolf teeth. Keep playing, forget backseats, new Moors are an issue. Get Ginsu, maybe a dream visit from Vishnu, a nightmare to never end and always continue. Cold as an igloo, dealing with my trust issues through vigilance. Active Moors are militants, SPLC dirty Moors call that sovereign citizen. Lying for views, they notice all the empty pews. Bends need gas and fixing, but not enough dues. Pigpen base sell you out for peanuts, claiming that we nuts for teaching birthright street level, keeping it beating us.
To any members of the MSTA that's out there listening to what I'm saying, please get it through your head. I don't have a problem with the MSTA. I got issues with
Keisha Kendrick Lamar, stay surrounded by feathers. Dirty's guilty of fraud if Drew Ali scrutinized their ledgers. Getting proclamations from Morocco, disrespect us. Corporate city only recognize people's court jesters. Handing it back, Moorish puppets and minions. Never get the human rights recognition like Moors near Virginia. Commonwealth, for active Moors knowledge, the Commonwealth. Dirties claim more, but really on the straw man help. Authenticating a birth certificate, that's not significant. Civil and more two status syndicates. In more face, watch them two more status Indians claiming Turtle Island. Our lions so intricate.
long days and long nights. But this message needed to be heard.
Y'all got your Muslim friends now. Y'all riding with the dress wearers? That's what you guys are on? You guys riding with the dress wearers? The wrap dress? First you're riding with the damn Adeptus. Then you're riding with Satan Claus, taking her children to go see Satan Claus. Then you're riding with the what do we call her? What do we call her? Camel toe L. Then you're riding with camel toe L. Always wants to show you camel toe, always wants to show you cleavage. And then now you're running with some Muslim skirt wearing people. Now you're running with some Muslim skirt wearers. You're riding with the skirt wearers now. And you want to know how come the Moors can't? Because you're riding with skirt wearers. You're riding with whores and sluts. They went to go ride some dick, got pregnant, and now they don't like the baby father and all that stuff. And these people are the ones who are lecturing with Rod Hayes and all that. Those are the ones. Online sluts. Talking about Grand Sheik something. Grand Sheik nothing. Get the hell out of here. The priesthood is dead. Don't tell no Grand Sheik and all that stuff. The hell out of here. People are full of BS. These are people you're going to ride with. These are the ones you're going to ride with? These people?
Consciousness. I get it. Why do you need white man paperwork? Lord have. Why do you need white man paperwork?
Why? Why is it that a woman is using a man's voice as her voiceover. Why? Why is a woman using a man's voice as a voiceover? And the man that she's using is Umar Johnson. This is your Adeptus people? These are the people who you say you're going to ride with before you ride with Canaanland Moors? These are the people you're going to ride with? These are the people you're going to defend? Going to the DM? What, you don't talk to the sisters like that. Why are you talking to the sisters like that? Because they're sellouts. That's why. Because they're traitors. That's why. What do you mean, why? Because they sold you out. I don't have any respect for any of these people. Stop going in my DM telling me to stop talking about people. FOH. You go talk to traitors if you want to. I don't talk with traitors. Me and them are not friends. We don't hang out or any of that stuff. FOH to all the traitors. Amor just called me last night from jail. Amor just called me last night from jail. Right? From jail. This is Amor who, a matter of fact, let's see if we pull him up quick fast. Let's see if we pull him up. Let's see if you pull them up. Since you want receipts. People like receipts and stuff. Yeah, let's see what's going on.
His family. This is K9 LB. Just here to address the whole driving situation, traveling situation for those doubters that's saying you need a driver's license to travel. Obviously don't know the law, didn't study the law. But last week I was in an accident, little car accident. Somebody hit the back of my car, and we pulled over, we exchanged information, whatnot. And he asked for my driver's license. I said I don't have one. I'm free to the land. I have a right to travel. So he got pretty upset. I said he's calling the police, the highwaysman. I said, okay, go ahead. Not a problem. I'll be right here. So he made the call. They were on the phone. He's like, yeah, this guy's here. We got into an accident. He's saying he's got a driver's license. So the police officers, the highwaysman, said, okay, can you put him on the phone? So when she came on the phone, it was a female, and she was sounding very aggressive at first. Like, is it true that you don't have a driver's license? What location are you at? I said, well, I told him the location. We were on Kingston Road somewhere, which is in Canaanland. Sorry if I didn't say it. I'm from Canaanland. Peace to all my Canaanland Moors and all the Moors all over the world. So she comes on the phone now. She sounds aggressive. And she's like, so is it true you don't have a driver's license? I said, no, ma'am, I don't need a driver's license to travel. I'm free. I'm indigenous. I'm a Moor. She said, oh, I was expecting, like, excuse me, or they come trying to, because usually these people will test you just to see what you know, because it's not your card that frees you, it's your mind, know what Joel Ali said, peace be upon him, and all the rest of the prophets. He said, you never have to use your card. You should never use your card unless you actually have to, right? But you should be using your mind. Your mind is your card. So anyways, she said, oh, and then put him back on the phone. I could see what she was saying to him. She's on speaker, and she's like, well, we're not coming. We're not going to file a report. You guys deal with it yourself. He has a right to travel. That was it. After that, the dude changed his number and whatnot because he still didn't pay for my light. I actually had to pay for it myself. But, yeah, that's what happened. So anybody that is a doubter, you can always email me or one of the K9 Moors to get a hold of me. I'm K9LB for the record. So, yeah, anytime you guys are ready. Peace.
So K9 called me yesterday. Grand Sheik, well, yeah, call me collector or whatever. Peace, Grand Sheik, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry. I'm not calling you to get me out of this. I'm not calling you to send anything. I'm not calling you to whatever. I just want to call you to let you know that it was my bad. I got myself caught up with some wrong people, and now I'm doing 6 years. Now I'm doing 6 years because instead of coming to my meetings like I'm supposed to do, I'm out here with these dumb niggers who call themselves Moors. So these dumb niggers who call themselves Moors got caught up in some BS. He decides, well, I'm not going to go with them. I'm going to go with this guy over here. The guy who he goes with gets pulled over, had gun in the trunk, had gun under the seat, had Percocets in the car, had coke in the car, had weed in the car. So now he's doing 6 years. Guilty by association, right? So he's called me and he's naming all the people, you know, who left our temple and went to go start their own thing. Osiris, Elbe, that was the Moor who's in the More Lives Matter video with the More Lives Matter sweater, right? Juliana Bay, Sade Bay. Sade is the one who we keep getting mail for her. They haven't been here for 5 years, but they still keep getting mail here. We just tear it up and throw it in the garbage. We don't care what your mail is. Stop using our damn address. Hootie L Bay, Hootie Bay, Hootie L, whatever. He's the Moor who he was bringing his son and all that stuff, and son was happy here, and Juliana too, their son happy to be in the temple. And what these people do? Deny their children the right to their temple. Denied them, left. Right? So he's telling me that this Osiris character was using his mom's parking spot. Because for whatever reason, he can't park where he's supposed to park, so he's parking at his mom's parking spot. He agreed to pay his mom. Osiris agreed to pay Canaan's mom for the parking spot. Canaan gets kidnapped. He's been kidnapped. And Osiris owes his mom some type of $1,500 or something like that for the parking. He's calling Osiris and he can't even get a call back from Osiris. Osiris ain't even taking his calls. But these are the Moors who you're going to go ride with instead of riding with Canaanland Moors. We're telling you, the Moor apologized because he didn't go to his temple meetings. He was with these clown goofball Moors over here. And now he's doing 6 years. And he knows he's doing 6 years because he never went to his meetings. Because instead of going to his meetings, he's going to these other Moors' house to go study some BS. We already told you, mess with Canaanland Moors, you're going to crash your car or something like that. Don't mess around. Allah guides this. Drew Ali guides this from the soul plane. This has nothing to do with Kudro. That's why I can talk how I want. This has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me. Allah pick me up and put me in some shoes. Yeah, those are your shoes now. Go walk. All right, that's what it is. I put all my faith in Allah, no problem. No problem. We got 2008 to now, still here, still with a building. We got AC in the building and all that stuff. We got kitchen in the building. We got bookstore in the building. We have open space in the building for people to do their temple meetings and all that stuff. We got sign on the building. And he's still debating Canaanland Moor. Are we legit or whatever? Are we legit? Us? Are we the ones? Don't forget all your friends. Don't forget all your friends who like this video and then want to pretend like we didn't mean like this video. We just took the Cujo part. Oh yeah? All right.
And a motherfucking retwist. He haven't had one since he became the grand bitch or whatever temple he's at. Cujo spends his night and day talking crazy on the internet to people. Talking about they haven't ran into the colonizer because they want to fuck him up because he's talking crazy. But neither has he. His dumb, deaf, and blind followers come and try to save the day. But them themselves have not run into the colonizer. I smelled cat and pulled up more receipts. You know what he did? Cujo blocked me and continued to talk his nonsense. They need help. Cujo needs help. Those comments just don't go as planned, huh? But that's not it. This man, Jamal Latimer, is Cujo's buddy. Mr. You're not a moron till you get a case dismissed. How the times has changed, huh? He's not helping you, huh? Now you in a jail cell with a nigga hugged up on you like this, huh?
He's in a jail cell right now? This is what they're liking, the Muslims. This is what the Muslims that you guys are repping for, this is what they're liking. This is what the Muslims are liking. The Muslims that y'all are repping for, that's what they're about. Right? You know what's interesting? When we research Noble Drew Ali and Muslims, an individual comes up by the name of Sati Majid. This is what Sati Majid was doing during Noble Drew Ali's time. And he's a Muslim, keep in mind. This is how Sati Majid was going on. Sati Majid does not make it clear how he encountered Noble Drew Ali. His account is vague. He's just a Muslim hater. He begins by saying that Noble Drew Ali was set up by some bigots or fanatics, gave him a prophetic name, and wrote a Quran. Sati continues that one of those who were following true Islam brought him one of Ali's books, presumably the Quran. He read it, but did not find any verse of the Quran in it. Why? Because Moors aren't Muslim. That's why. The Quran in question has as its full title, The Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, though Wilson says it was more commonly known as the Circle 7 Quran from the design at the front of the book. It is a mystical composition called from a number of sources, but according to Abby White, over half of it is taken from the Aquarian Gospel of Jesus by Levi H. Dowling of Ohio. Sati says that he wrote to Noble Drew Ali and advised him to change his name and burn his book. This is a Muslim, remember? The Muslims who you people are repping for? This is their boy, Sati Majid. Sati said that he wrote to Noble Drew Ali and advised him to change his name and burn his book. The indignation Sati undoubtedly felt comes through vividly in his account. Sati continues by saying that he attempted to take Ali to court to seek American justice and to put the latter to the test. Sati wanted Ali to prove his prophethood by performing miracles, that is, those miracles that only a prophet can perform. He then says that he approached the government personally, since this man was bringing the Islamic faith into disrepute. The U.S. government, we are told, referred Sati to the men of knowledge and religion as the suitable people to deal with such matters. So these punk Muslims who ride with all the different Muslims and all that stuff had a Muslim by the name of Sati Majid. Sati Majid went to the corpse and the corpse slapped this Muslim and told him, FOH, don't tell us to do anything to that prophet over there. Go talk to the men of knowledge. He's out of your jurisdiction. He's out of our jurisdiction. Go talk to the men of knowledge. Go talk to them. Don't be talking to us, foreigner. Even though they're a foreigner. They look how they're dealing with this foreigner. Talking crazy about Noble Drew Ali. And look at you Moors. Loving these traitors. Loving these Muslim sellouts. Placating with you. Sucking you off. Just because. Well, at least we sucked the Moors off, so you can't say that we don't love Noble Drew Ali. The hell out of here. The hell out of here. Yeah, having these traitors, having these Muslims suck you off. As if you like getting head from these Muslims. There is a puzzle here. From SEN, UDOM, and Lincoln up to the more recent studies, there has been a great deal of research on the origins of African American Islam. It seems strange, especially in light of some of the documents presented here of American providence, that no echo of this controversy has been found in the historical records of America. In writing a Quran and in claiming prophetic status, however defined, Noble Drew Ali was outraging the Orthodox Muslim sensibilities of Sati Majid. The same way Kudro El is outraging, the same way that Kudro El is outraging the Muslim sensibilities of these Muslim Moors. Look how outraged they are. Look how outraged they are. Remember, these are the Muslims. Alhamdulillah and all that stuff. These are the Muslims right here. These are the Muslims. Read that stuff. These are the Muslims. Nigga, go suck your daddy's dick. Mind your business, bitch. You was never over here to give a sermon, you hoe-ass nigga. These are the Muslims that you Moors are repping for. These are the ones. Didn't Drew Ali tell you not to endanger your life with a fool? Why are you endangering your life with fools right now? Huh? Why are you endangering your life with big dummies? Why? Why are you doing it? Why are you putting yourself in the hot plate? You're putting yourself in Drew Ali's hot plate. You're a Moor. Drew Ali told you, don't let these foreign Muslims speak from your rostrum. Then here you go. Letting them come up to the front and give their testimonial about something. These are the sensitivities that come out of these people. When you don't take their BS. When you stand on your square. You know what stand on your square is? Stand on the square is not for some highwaymen. Stand on the square is for people who are going to try to deny you your prophet. Try to deny you your nationality. Try to tell you go do salat as a Moor. Yeah, you go do salat because real Muslims do salat. Find me a picture of Noble Drew Ali doing salat. Find me. Find me Noble Drew Ali doing salat. Somewhere. Anywhere. Nobody gives a fuck what you're saying, and Kudro's stupid ass doesn't know anything about what you're saying. You don't even know what the fuck you're saying. May you bleed out like halal meat, bitch. These are your Muslims right here. These are your Muslims that you're repping for. That you don't have enough guts to tell them FOH to their face. You don't have enough guts to tell them FOH online. You don't have enough guts to go in their DM and tell them F you because we see what you traders are doing. You're going to play games with them. All right, play games with them. Y'all play games with them. Keep playing. Keep playing. So you people don't play around with me, huh? I'm not the one. I'm not them grand sheiks that you people are used to. Right? So then he goes, because we're talking about them wearing dresses and all that, So then he goes and pulls Fez Dealer in, trying to get Fez Dealer in trouble. And Fez Dealer comes up. Well, I think you should battle him, keep it on wax, and let the people decide who the winner is. Let what people decide who winner is. Let what people decide what. What people you talking about? What people? The rapper nigger people? Let them decide? Let them decide what? This is Sati Majid versus Noble Drew Ali 2020. What's there to decide? Noble Drew Ali's side wins automatically. What are you telling me about Muhammad people? No matter what it is you're going to do, Noble Drew Ali's side wins automatically. It's 2022. Right? So I accept the challenge. Okay, let's battle. Let's battle album for album. Nah, we don't want to do that. You got to do a new song. I'll do a new song. If the people never heard anything of mine, then that's new to them. If the stuff came out 20 years ago, if they never heard it, that's new to them. FOH with your BS. I ain't making no song for you people. I'm going to waste my time sitting there putting my art to talk about you goofballs. What am I doing that for? You don't even have a song out. You don't even have a music video out. And if you do have a music video out, it's probably some BS. You're full of BS. And then the other dummy, Tweety Marie, hold up. I asked about a boxing match first. Why don't you let fly you out for a boxing match? Fly me out where for a boxing match with who? Why am I going to be flying out somewhere to go box with somebody for them to exercise their skills of the whatever and then beat my ass, and then I come back here and I'm still going to cuss you out even if I get my ass beat. And I'm still going to tell you FOH, and I'm still going to tell you that you're a traitor, and I'm still going to tell you that you're sellout dirty more. So what is it? What's fighting going to do? Go do what? Go fight to do what? The hell out of here. Stop showing your camel toe and go take care of your children. Stop flashing your pussy at everybody. No one likes your pussy. Get out of here. You're a slut. You know you're a slut. Where's your baby father at? Tweety. Where's your baby father? Why don't you tag him in any of your stuff that you're talking about? Because he knows you're toxic too. That's why he left your ass. That's why he left your ass. Because he knows you're toxic. Hell does he want to be around a bed wench like you for? And we know he watches our stuff and he never commented on anything. Why? How come? Bunch of whores. Trying to get freaking mores. Trying to get mores. Because your armpits smell. We know you smell. We could see that you smell. That's how much we know you smell. Talking crazy about mores. And oh yeah, we might as well get this off my chest since I'm getting stuff off my chest. So, Fez Dealer guy, he didn't tell you the part about when we were mixing down the Moabite Sons album. He never told you about this part? That they want to battle? They want to battle, they can't even engineer? They want to battle and they're the wackest engineers ever? Send him all the music, and Brother Exodus is right on there. He could verify everything that I'm saying. If you think this is some BS. We told you watch these Muslims. These Muslims are traitors. Try to sabotage the whole album. Every song that we sent him, except the song that he produced, every song that we sent him, he fucked up. Every song. Every song. This is supposed to be our brother. We're saying, yeah, we're going to use him because this is our brother and the Moors working on stuff together. And we paid for it. And every time we tell him, hey, this one's messed up. Oh, man. Well, I mean, I'm working on it. and then he's sending me recordings of him mixing it down, and I can clearly see that, well, the stuff's off. Like, I could see. I don't have to be an engineer. I could just look at the wave file and see that the stuff is off. Because we read wave files in Pro Tools and all that stuff. Oh man, so I gotta do it over again? Well, it's gonna take some time. And then finally, well, you guys want too much stuff done. I can't do this anymore. I have other stuff to work on. I'm not going to work on this anymore. And then guess what we did? We took all the same stuff. We took all the same files that we sent him. Fez dealer guy. We gave them to a modern European. Guess what modern European did? Modern European mixed this stuff down, didn't have any issues, didn't have no complaints. Everything, as soon as he put it wherever it's supposed to go, everything lined up perfectly. And the album that you see now is what was mastered by the modern European. Oh, Jerry Blaze could talk about this too. And Mafi could talk about this because he was trying to mix down the More Avengers song, and that was out of whack when we sent it to those Moors to go listen to it. Hey, we just finished the song. Here's the song. My verse is off. What do you mean your verse is off? How's your verse off? What do you mean? That's not where it's supposed to go? Nah, that's way off. Way off. Hey, the song's off. Oh, all right. You know what? Matter of fact, don't even talk to me about it because I don't know how these people's verses are supposed to sound. I'm going to give them your contact and I'm going to tell them reach out to you so they can tell you where the verse goes and all that stuff. There more is complaining. GS, I got the song back, but it's still off. I don't know if I should tell them or whatever like that. Are you paying to get this done or like what's going on here? Because the song's off still. I told him I made a recording of me rhyming it on the beat and it's still off. Why is it still off for? Because it was a sabotage. That's what we came up to realizing. What we came up to realizing that it was a sabotage. Because these people are Muslims, they're not Moors. They had no intention of doing our stuff properly. They wanted to mess our stuff up. They wanted us to put out some BS so they could look at it and say, look, see, look at those Moors music. Their Moors music is BS. And then they want to know why Cujo cusses people out. Because I got a lot of stuff on my chest. A lot of stuff that I hold back from telling people. From all these traitors that are around here that I can't believe some of these people are traitors. I absolutely cannot believe that some of these people got some nerve to be talking and making jokes about you should battle him and decide the winner. What the hell are you talking about battle somebody, decide what winner? What the hell are you talking about? Fez dealer guy, $400 Fez guy. $400 for a Fez? We're going to send these people a lotter. We're sending people, we're going to go get some sweaters or something like that from you or whatever. I know Kush plugs you and gets people buying their little turban, their little Arab Muslim headcloth from you. You want to be getting that from you. Telling me about battle somebody. All these people are sellouts and traitors. All of them. And they don't give a shit about Moors. They don't give a shit about Noble Juali. They don't give a shit about Moorish nationality. They're Muslim. They're Muslim. They don't care about what Moors are doing. All these people are Sati Majid come again. All of them. All of them are Sati Majid all over again. Right. In writing a Quran and in claiming prophetic status, however defined, Noble Juali was outraging the Orthodox Muslim sensibilities of Sati Majid. it is unreasonable to expect the latter to have been sensitized to the African American need to create alternative worldviews and their receptivity to such currents as Freemasonry, Garveyism, and similar. Sati reacts in the appropriate Sunni Muslim way. He seeks a fatwa from his would-be alma mater, Al-Azhar in Cairo, condemning Ali. Thus he travels to Cairo and presents a formal istifa, requests for a fatwa or judicial opinion, which he duly receives. The interest in the istifa lies in Sati's summation of what he thought was Ali's doctrinal position. Although it is for specialists in African American Islam to evaluate this further, our impression based on Wilson, Lincoln, and others is that Sati does not too grievously misrepresent Noble Drew Ali. The latter did write a book entitled The Holy Quran. He did in some way regard himself as Sharif. He did proclaim a new revelation out of Morocco, the land of the Moors, and he did claim to have traveled and been with the ulama of various Muslim countries. In other words, on the basis of what we know about Ali's doctrinal position, the charges from Sati's perspective were not false. Were not false. Now let's check another source. Let's see what Moors have to say about this whole thing now. Let's see what Moors have to say. This is the Moorish Paradigm by Hakim Bey, one of the master teachers, because we don't move from who the master teachers are. Right? All you people got new master teachers. Every weekend you got a new master teacher. We don't play that BS. You got one master teacher, Noble Drew Ali. And then his disciples are the Moorvengers. And if your master teachers aren't one of the Moorvengers, FOH. FOH. Remember, this is Hakim Bey. This is not indigenous guy Hakim Bey that Rod Hayes is telling you about. Rod Hayes is telling you about, oh yeah, the scholars, the three kings are Taj Tariq Bey, Hakim Bey taught indigenous history. Get the hell out of here. Stop lying on the master teacher. Stop lying. Somewhere between 1919 and 1925, Prophet Drew Ali returned to the South and to North Carolina where he was born. It was during this time that Allah spoke to Noble Drew Ali and ordained him the prophet. Allah instructed him to go west to Chicago, announce his prophethood, and begin his mission. It was also in December of 1925 that the crescent moon and star was seen hanging low in the western skies, heralding the coming of the prophet, the return of the Mahdi, who would establish a new caliphate here in the West, in fulfillment of the prophecies of Islam. Thus, it is no coincidence that in 1925, within a year of the date after the decaying Islamic caliphate in Turkey was taken down, 1924, Allah ordained a new prophet, and thus the beginning of a new caliphate here in the West. Prophecies of the Mahdi. Muhammad al-Khatam al-Anibiyah has said, the sun will rise from the place of its setting. Abdullah ibn Amir reported, I heard the messenger of Allah say, The first of the signs that will come out will be the rising of the sun in the place of its setting, and the coming out of the beast to the people at forenoon, and whichever of these two comes to pass before this companion, the other will be near its footsteps. Thus, as the Muslims, not the Muslims, as the Muslims in the East are even to this day awaiting the Mahdi, little do they realize that he has already come. He has come from a rejected and despised people who they would never have thought would produce their long-awaited Mahdi. The same way they, the Arabs, were seen when Prophet Muhammad came from among them. Thus we are now in the portion of the Asiatic family from whom the last prophet has come. But lo, I swear by the Lord of the regions in the east and the west, that we can certainly replace them with those better than them, and we cannot be defeated. And verily, we have raised in every nation a Rasul, proclaiming, serve Allah and shun Taghut. Of the people were some whom Allah guided, and some on whom error became inevitably established. So travel through the earth and see what was the end of those who denied the truth. Al-Quran, Surah 16:36. This is the reason why the Arabs and many of the current Muslims of the East have and will oppose us as we rise. It is in the very prophecies of which they themselves hold in their hands. When the man of this matter, Al-Qaim, appears, he will receive harm from people worse than what the Prophet has received. Kitab al-Ghiba, Numandi, page 421. Hilyat ul-Abrar, volume 2, page 631. Bihar al-Anwar, volume 52, page 362. Mujam Ahadith al-Imam al-Mahdi, volume 3, page 297. When our Quran rises, he will face so much, when our Qaim rises, he will face so much difficulty from the people that even a Nabi during the period of Jaliyah did not face. When a Nabi was appointed, people worshipped stones and wood. However, when our Qaim arises, people will interpret the ordinances of Allah against his interpretation and will argue with him and dispute by means of the Quran. By Allah, the justice of the Qaim will enter inside their homes just as the heat and the cold enter them. Ithbat al-Hudat, volume 7, page 86. This opposition was actually fulfilled by a Muslim named Sati Majid, who was so outraged by the Prophet bringing a new Quran, he wrote the Prophet demanding that he change the name and burn the book. He even tried to get the United States government involved, but the government did not get involved, and so Sati Majid go to the men of knowledge and religion to seek redress. He then went to the Muslim scholars in Egypt to get them to pronounce a fatwa against the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, which they did. They also, however, spoke against Sati Majid and his qualifications. It was said in the prophecies that the Muslims in the East have that the Mahdi will invite to a new mission, a new tradition, a new method, yet they will rebel against that which they themselves know. He appears with a new method, new principles, and new judgments. He will be severe with the Arabs. Ithbat al-Hudat, volume 3, page 540. Bihar al-Anwar, volume 52, 349. Mujam Ahadith al-Imam al-Mahdi, volume 3, page 183. When the Qaim emerges, he will come with a new commission, a new book, a new conduct, a new judgment, which will be strenuous for the Arabs. His work is nothing but to fight, and no one will be spared. He will be afraid of any blame in the execution. He will not be afraid of any blame in the execution of his duty. Imam Jafar as-Sadiq. When our Qayyim rises, he will call people anew to Islam, guiding them to the old thing from which people have turned away. He will be called Mahdi because he will guide people to the thing from which they have been separated. He will be called Qayyim because he will be commanded to establish the truth. Kashf al-Guma, Volume 3, page 264, Mufdid Irshad, page 240, 343. When Al-Qayyim appears, he will invite the people to a new mission as the Prophet has invited the people to a new mission. Islam has begun strange and it will return strange as it begun. Blessed are the strangers. Bihar al-Anwar, volume 52, page 366. Mujam Ahadith al-Imam al-Mahdi, volume 3, page 319. Truly blessed are we, the strangers. There is no one else who fulfills all these prophecies other than Noble Jew Ali. The Prophet did bring us a Quran, as our people requested in the magazine article. The Negro is crying for a Muhammad to come forth and give him the Quran of economic and intellectual warfare. Where is he? He fulfilled the Islamic prophecies concerning the Mahdi as seen in the above quotes. He even fulfilled the Christian prophecies found in the book of Revelations. So no, without a shadow of a doubt, like Noble Drew Ali told you years ago, be careful, Moors, because it's your own that's going to put you right back into slavery. It's your own that's going to put you back into slavery. Not going to be some foreigner. And he told you, stop letting these foreign Muslims talk on your rostrum. Why are you insisting on being friends with these Muslims who do not care about you? They only say peace be unto Muhammad. They don't say peace be unto Noble Drew Ali. Why not? Why not? How they honor him so much, but when they mention his name, they're going to say NDA. They're going to say Drew. They're going to say Timothy Drew. These Muslims calling him Timothy Drew is no different than these Muslims calling people Jamal Latimer and calling Cujo Kevin and all that. The same dumb stuff that they're playing. They're playing the same dumb stuff. And then look at you. Letting them play games with you. Letting them play games with your prophet. Letting them play games with your nationality. Letting them play games with your Moorish dress code. They're wearing dresses telling you that that's Islamic. Yeah, this is Islamic. We're wearing dresses. We're men in dresses, and this is Islamic. This is how Islamic people dress. Muslims. Noble Drew Ali hung around Muslims, so Moors are Muslims. Really? That's your logic? That's your warped logic? That's your warped logic? And then, when I stand on my square, and I'm not taking your BS, and I don't want to be your friend, now you want to fight. Now you want to send plane tickets or whatever like that. Don't send me any plane tickets. Take that 600 notes, give it to Mercy Charities. You sellout bastards. Do that. Take that studio time. Don't worry about studio time and go making songs and all that stuff. Right? Don't go make songs. Don't go make a song to diss Cujo and all that stuff. Take that studio time money, donate it to Mercy Charities. You sellout bastards. How about do that? But of course you're not going to do that because you people are just a bunch of traitors. Which is why you say it loud. Say it loud. I say it loud. I have learned to hate all traitors. And there is no disease that I spit on more than treachery. spit on you, treasonous bastards. Spit on all of you. That's all you get. Spit on. You're not gonna let me. Let me send my ringer. How about I send my ringer in? How about I send the Mufti in? How about I send some of the black belt Moors? They'll ring in for me. Buy them the ticket. Fight them. Fight the black belt. Fight the Moorish black belt. Bet you won't. No, we want Kudro. No. They're gonna tell you, Grand Sheik doesn't. He's not in any of that. We're gonna step in for Grand Sheik if you want to fight. We're gonna step in for Grand Sheik. All right, we'll step in. Nah, they don't want that. These people play with you. Keep letting them play with you. Tweety's a man name. Stop the BS. What lady Tweety are you talking about? Tweety is a masculine name. Tweety Bird with Sylvester, that's a male bird. It's not a female bird. What lady are you talking about? What lady? Tweety Bird is a masculine bird. Stop the BS and go fix your eye. Coming in here talking crazy about Tweety birds. Who wants to fight a trans? I ain't fighting no trans. Let me fight a trans? Woman want to be a guy? That's what you're up to? Of course you're up to that. You're another one of these sellouts. Another one of these Chicago sellouts. How you live in Chicago? You never even went to anywhere that Drew Ali set up? Nowhere? Fix your eye. Do that. Put in some finance. Put in some finance to Mercy Charities and then put in an application to try to get some finance to go fix your eye. You're full of BS. I might be a clown, but you have a messed up eye. Go fix your eye. Just like Tweety has to stop showing her camel toe, showing her tucked in penis. Don't show us your tucked in penis, Tweety. We don't want to see that shit. FOH to all you traders. Honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Honors to all Moors. Honors to all the true and faithful mothers. Stop playing games with these people. Let them go. Honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And I'm not letting you on, you cockeyed bitch. Get
cowards, I don't see enough bravery. Some of y'all gonna fall for the slavery. Who you claim to be is a label C. It's the way you think and the way you speak. In a low, shallow grave where they buried me. Till I rose from the dead, now they scared of me. And they better be no trespassing. Put the axe down, boy, that's my cherry tree. Put the axe down, boy, that's my cherry tree. Put the axe down, boy, that's my cherry tree. In a low, shallow grave where they buried me. Till I rose from the dead, now they scared of me. And they better be no trespassing. Put the axe down, boy, that's my cherry tree.
Flying cherry tree at temple meetings and holy day service. Cherry tree still has Massachusetts nervous. On the highway, you saw it. But no shots fired, but turned coats. So watch black and Moorish liars. Cherry tree on my ID and chest patches center. Cherry tree in the sky calls all more avengers. Red, the cherry, 5-point green star, the leaves. Used to suffocate thieves or conquer beliefs. Master fruition, cause dirty Moors deceive with corpse banners before Moroccan cherry trees. Lying and call it a flag of the kingdom first, then boasting $11 million net worth. 10 to 50,000 years old, we're told, till you check the commas or talk to Brahmas. Curved axe head symbology is lunar. Touch my cherry tree now. Watch us scalp them sooner.
Too many cowards, I don't see enough bravery. Some of y'all gonna fall for the slavery. Who you claim to be is a label C. It's the way you think and the way you speak. In a low, shallow grave where they buried me. Till I rose from the dead, now they scared of me. And they better be no trespassing. Put the axe down, boy, that's my cherry tree. Put the axe down, boy, that's my cherry tree. Put the axe down, boy, that's my cherry tree. In a low, shallow grave where they buried me. Till I rose from the dead, now they scared of me. And they better be no trespassing. Put the axe down, boy, that's my cherry tree. You must have took a wrong turn. This is more land, not India. You got wrong words. No jurisdiction, so they conjure a way to take your nationality and confer. A dead status, dead man tell no tales. But draw lead brought it off, so you can't fail. A bill is not a law, apparently you can't spell. They want to steal and rob it all and tell you that you can't sell. Like today, speak up and get canceled. I'm on more than a law for the handheld. Some pain I can speak, but you can't feel. Some pain runs deep, give me cold chills. Tap into the power of yourself. Memory locked down in your cells. Remember being stressed out in a cell? Wised up and switch teams, no NFL. Cause it's not a game, and I'm not insane. That's the Inquisition tactic that they're playing. Give you second evaluation just cause they can. If you don't understand, then ain't no getting past. The gatekeepers push the law, say truth is banned. Nowadays life is good, yeah I'm feeling grand. But still dealing with colonists on the land. Unity the way they saw the problem at hand. What you mean you live in a corporation? Morocco the empire where we're stationed. Morocco the empire, we a nation. My cherry tree got the whole world shaking. Moorish American, not Puerto Rican. It's like you can't sit still when I'm speaking. Too much truth got your whole soul tweaking. Put the axe down, boy, you the heathen. Too many cowards, I don't see enough bravery. Some of y'all gonna fall for the slavery. Who you claim to be is a label C. It's the way you think and the way you speak. In a low, shallow grave where they buried me. Till I rose from the dead, now they scared of me. And they better be no trespassing. Put the axe down, boy, that's my cherry tree. Put the axe down, boy, that's my cherry tree. Put the axe down, boy, that's my cherry tree. In a low, shallow grave where they buried me. Till I rose from the dead, now they scared of me. And they better be no trespassing. Put the axe down, boy, that's my cherry tree.
Yo, come a little closer, man. Let me tell you something. Come a little closer. Not so close, though, man. Stand back. Let me tell you this. Listen to it, okay? Come closer. They say what else and kill it would only make you stronger. But I'm still here a little bit longer. Oh yeah, I should have been a long goner. What goes around comes back around, just like this karma. What you sow, you're gonna reap because you're the farmer. Nowadays you can't trust your own peeps because some of them ain't farmers. They will sit at the feet of the beast just to eat meat. Beefing I'm not into. This is what I'm into. Rhymes and instrumentals, fundamentals. Yeah, I put my pen to the pad and put my thoughts on the line. I knew for a long time you've been trying to stop my shine, but you can't because I'm having a great time in the medulla, which is in the mind. Another one bite the dust now. Don't cry. I did when my grandmama died, but now she's an ancestor. I be having bad dreams. The doctor said it's from the trauma. 500 years and we still dealing with the drama. Question mark, no period, it's all commas. Come a little closer, come on, yo. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little
back too until I study, found out it's not natural. Used to say I'm Rastafari, to capture is now the inner. No need to burn them out, let them simmer. Douse them in gas, about to light a big blunt. Rappers faking more than women wearing wigs front. Used to be black power, found out there's no power there. Talk a lot of kill crack and shit, white man still standing there. Used to be comedic, left my mind like invalids. Dick Gregory taught me leave those dusty ass pyramids. George G.M. James taught me Moors were custodians. Drew Ali and Jesus taught me watch out for those holy men sacrificing animals. Temples smell like butcher shops. Conscious niggas got the pork in the pressure cooker pot. Can't trust my people, they always in denial. Lie and say the Israelite wrote names on their trial.
Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. They thought we were N-I-G-G-E-R until we showed them that we G-O-D, we gods. Walking around the earth in the flesh. You gotta be your best at your best. Whether right or wrong, up or down, left or right, side to side. No tattoos, man, no tight jeans, man. I never went to jail and don't wanna go there, man. I took a look at you and be like, yo, like hot damn. What's up with the purse? And what's up with the skirt? And what's up with the makeup? And what's up with the lipstick? You wearing high heels? You not a man, man. You are a man's man. You from the Stone Age land. You like bam, 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 bam. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something.
My ID don't expire, my legs don't tire. Vibration getting higher, my soul is on fire. With the holy zeal, how I feel, unstoppable agent should just retire. I'm from the empire.
No matter what you say,
I'm from the empire.
L's, Bays, Al's, Ali's, and Days.
I'm from the empire. Drew Ali brought the truth, you a liar. That's why you gotta plot, scheme, and conspire.
Energy likes to flow, don't dam it up. Keep growing, let them hate and get mad at us. They ain't really had enough. So the truth we keep hammering till it's a part of every part and there's no more battling. No more denying who you really are. Imagine if there were no more denying who they really are. A Lodio, no rentors, hire yourself the mentor. Dirty Moors and temptors, caveat, emptor. When I look below, I see the road where schemes work, where traitors grin, where the culprits and the fiends lurk. What it seems first might not be what it is. View the world through the pineal, not your other lids. Now you know just what it is. There's no hiding in the age of Aquarius. Various truths now known to the average man, and I'm glad it is. A fake life ain't what I'm with. Support the real, not the fraudulent. Facts are non-debatable, this is not an argument. And why they say I'm not going back and forth with you? All combos are back and forth, so what's the issue? You need some tissue for your crybaby ways. I'm from the empire, not a slave. I'm amazed how many people in denial to this day refuse to turn away from the path that leads straight to the grave. I'm from the empire.
Don't expire, my legs don't tire. Vibration getting higher, my soul is on fire. With the holy zeal, how I feel, unstoppable agent should just retire. I'm from the empire.
No matter what you say,
I'm from the empire.
L's, Bays, Al's, Ali's, and Days.
I'm from the empire. Drew Ali brought the truth, you a liar. That's why you gotta plot, scheme, and conspire.
Yeah, road tax, income tax, inheritance tax, low interest value added tax. and add more tax on top of that. They picking straws like these lotto man. Legalese by these legal G's. You be catching feelings, paying all these fees. Naturally, commonly, the law applies to humanity without a loss or injury. Shawshank, we free. Psychotherapy publication, RV. The more bites you don't like, you must be crazy. Send me out and call it brotherly. 20.
My D don't expire, my legs don't tire. Vibration getting higher, my soul is on fire. With the holy zeal, how I feel. Unstoppable agent should just retire. I'm from the empire.
No matter what you say,
I'm from the empire.
L's, days, Al's, Ali's, and days.
I'm from the empire. Drew Ali brought the truth, you a liar. That's why you gotta plot, scheme, and conspire.
Energy likes to flow, don't dam it up. Keep growing, let them hate and get mad at us. They ain't really had enough. So the truth we keep hammering till it's a part of every part and there's no more battling. No more denying who you really are. Imagine if there were no mores denying who they really are. A Lodi on no rentors, hire yourself the mentor. Dirty mores and temptors, caveat, emptor. When I look below, I see the road where schemes work. Where traitors grin, where the culprits and the fiends lurk. What it seems first might not be what it is. View the world through the pineal, not your other lids. Now you know just what it is. There's no hiding in the age of Aquarius. Various truths now known to the average man, and I'm glad it is. A fake life ain't what I'm with. Support the real, not the fraudulent. Facts are non-debatable, this is not an argument. And why they say I'm not going back and forth with you? All combos are back and forth, so what's the issue? You need some tissue for your crybaby ways. I'm from the empire, not a slave. I'm amazed how many people in denial to this day refuse to turn away from the path that leads straight to the grave. I'm from the empire.
My don't expire, my legs don't tire. Vibration getting higher, my soul is on fire. With the holy zeal, how I feel. Unstoppable agent should just retire. I'm from the empire.
No matter what you say,
I'm from the empire.
L's, days, Al's, Ali's, and days.
I'm from the empire. Drew Ali brought the truth, you a liar. That's why you gotta plot, scheme, and conspire.
Yeah, road tax, income tax, inheritance tax, low interest value added tax, and add more tax on top of that. They picking straws like these lotto man. Legalese by these legal G's. You be catching feelings, paying all these fees. Naturally, commonly, the law applies to humanity without a loss or injury. Shawshank, we free. Psychotherapy publication, RV. The more bites you don't like, you must be crazy. Send me out and call it brotherly. 20,000 and be talking Philly. That's why Juani told you to study, cause niggas love money. So bite beware, package sellers, 9 feathers, L's and B's. They come in all shapes and forms with agent ways. What you paying for? A star in the moon, pyramid, compass 2 trinities and 3 threes. You pay for Islam when that's free. It's who I am, evergreen, repping everlasting life. They channeling my energy over candlelight. Pentagon, 5 points, ignite. The empire strikes.
My D don't expire, my legs don't tire. Vibration getting higher, my soul is on fire. With the holy zeal, how I feel. Unstoppable agent should just retire. I'm from the empire.
No matter what you say,
I'm from the empire.
L's, days, Al's, Ali's, and days.
I'm from the empire. Drew Ali brought the truth, you a liar. That's why you gotta plot, scheme, and conspire.
Then we burn fire, tie up traitors, cut off tongues of liars, start power, make them cower and raise flames higher. Burn to crisp dirty moors and opportunist scheming. Have you not mastered fruition, just believing? Have you in Balenciaga, not a duality? Or empire bump wow, hellfire and duality? Fezzes or turbans with no shrine of symbols or talk tassels. Nobles, not vassals, temples or castles, scimitars or moon phases, lions roam, birds sing from no cages, ageless, elders with the staff, purple amethyst round tables, the day's order, nationality, no false labels, shadow in their stables, felt for missing fables, disconnected, no energy through Allah's cables, missing the message that's hidden in questions, have no regrets in life, just learn lessons, turn curses into blessings, not blessings, in public stay private, keep them guessing, ceilings like the heavens, as foreigners obsess our possession.
sessions. When given us sacred resins, judicial confessions bring up reflections of past life regressions. Ancient royalty had processions and no depressions. His quest for knowledge made mental health flourish and told me never deny that my empire is Moorish.
My beat don't expire, my legs don't tire. Vibration getting higher, my soul is on fire. With the holy zeal, how I feel, unstoppable agent should just retire. I'm from the empire.
No matter what you say,
I'm from the empire.
L's days, Al's, Ali's and days.
I'm from the empire. Drew Ali brought the truth, you a liar. That's why you gotta plot, scheme, and conspire.
Battle who? Battle who? The hell you battling? Go battle your weight or something. Hell you talking about? Battle somebody. People are nuts. Nuts. Battle somebody. It's not me, it's people. Don't look at Cujo. Why is Cujo? Don't look at me. It's not me. I'm just living my life. On vacation, trying to chill. People making stuff, talking crazy, going on secret platforms, stereo that they know nobody's got. They know nobody has stereo. They know only whoever's are on there. You don't even know who's on there. You don't even know who's on it. You have to be a cartoon to be on there. Can't wait to see how you're going to throw me under the bus. I'm ready for the backlash, Cujo. Enough is enough. Drop kick in your back. Read RV Bay every day. Stop being dumb. You being dumb? Oh, shit. What the hell? What the hell?
Here we go. Raka! North Star! That way. The North Star's that way. Canaanland moves. Read our pay every day. Okay. Uplift the fee cause we all pay. Here we go. Raka! North Star! That way. The North Star's that way. Canaanland moves. Read our pay every day. Okay. Uplift the fee cause we all pays. We enforce the law. Here we go. Raka! North Star! That way. The North Star's that way. Canaanland moves. Read our pay every day.
That's all you're getting. Read RV Bay every day. Every day. I don't care what you think you know. I don't care who you think you are. I don't care if you've been in this 10 years and we've seen so happen in the Moorish movement and we've been here for this and that and we read RV Bay every day. Read RV Bay every day. Those are the orders. The people who read RV Bay every day, they don't have issues. And if they have issues, they're going to go read RV Bay some more and sort out their issues. You're not looking for a grand, potentate, chic guy over there to come bail you out of the BS you got yourself into. Because you want to do stuff without studying. Don't call grand whoever when you do your BS. Handle your BS. And then if it's really an issue like that, you use that grand whatever, grand whoever, and you make sure that they help you with your issue. But your dues better be up to date and all that. You better have been going to your meetings and all that stuff. You better would have been doing things so that you can have access to a grand whoever So don't let them fool you that people aren't in that position of being a grand whoever, and if anybody wants anything, they can call and they're going to get an answer. But whatever they're dealing with better be because they were being a Moor, not being a nigger. And then because you were a nigger and now you get in an issue, now you want to be a Moor and want to call people down, be on the phone for 5 hours because you were a nigger. That's why people are mad. Because they do nigger stuff and then they want Moors to help them out their nigger stuff. Why are you doing nigger stuff? That's just like the last one with the mother. The mother the masked man who called himself police or whatever like that, dragged her and put her on the ground and everyone, oh my God, how could he do that? That's racism. You can't do that. He's a police officer and all that stuff. Well, he's a police officer and all that stuff? Hold on a second. So when we studied RVB every day, right? When we studied RVB every day, we went to this website because somebody said, hey, you know what? You should check out this website. You know, because you're dealing with these individuals who are said to be law enforcement. But they're not really acting like they follow the law. You know what I mean? So how are they the enforcers of the thing that they're not going to follow? So go to rbbapublications.com and go to a part called Prisoners in Your Own Land. And then you go there and then you click there. You click there. And then you have an image of a European colonist. You have a European colonist. And you have a bunch of people standing around like they're protesting or something. And they got all their banners up. No seal, no flag. You know when you watch them? You know when you watch them on TV or whatever like that? You watch them on TV, they say that they're protesting something. And then you see them holding up the placards or whatever. Right? Right now, you have your They Live shades on right now. These are what the placards say, that these people are marching up and down the place with. These are what the placards say. No flag, no seal, chattel property, Christian black codes, occupational European colonial government, reconstructed history, political tags, no nationality, no constitution, colorable laws, colonialism, overthrow of de jure government, usurpation of birthright and sovereignty. Now, what's interesting is that the modern European is bigger than everybody else and over these people who are holding these placards or whatever, like a god. But if you look at the hands, you see that the hands are moving. So he's not really God, he's a puppet master. And those are all the tags of his puppets. Black Lives Matter, civil rights, reparations. This is what's going on right now. So this lady gets her ass beat or whatever. She doesn't really get her ass beat. She just gets handcuffed because she She just got handcuffed. It wasn't nothing crazy, but they're blowing this stuff up nuts. Now, what is really the issue? Let's just keep going on this site that you tell people go there every day and just go read something. I don't care what it is. Go on there every day and read something. Right? Prisoner, one who is deprived of his or her liberty and who is, against his or her will, kept in confinement or custody. A person who is restrained of his or her liberty upon any action, civil or criminal, or upon commandment. State property. Property of the state. Are you really state property? Property of the state? Can natural flesh and blood beings be property? No. So right there, you're supposed to stop being property. What do our people do? Nah, you don't want that Moorish stuff. I'm not Islamic. I don't follow any man. Noble Drew Ali is a man. I don't follow any man. Nothing to do with Moors. Then they get their ass kicked because they're a prisoner. They agreed. They accepted the commandment, so they're a prisoner. Somebody says, "Hey," and you look, your name's A now, and anything A is getting, you're getting it because you just said that you're A. Nobody didn't say anything. I just turned around. Yeah, you acknowledged the commandment. So now that you're a prisoner, you could be state property now. Or now that you're state property, you could be a prisoner. Anyway you look at it, you lose in the dead statuses. So she is getting harassed, abused, violated, you name it, by this other individual who looks like her, but you can't tell because he's wearing a mask and all that stuff. And then the mask mandate's done, so why is he wearing a mask? And why is he being so violent? But why are these people in some parking lot with nobody else around? Where's all the other cars around here? How come we don't see anything past this parking lot? What's in that darkness over there when they spin 360 degrees? What's that stuff over there? What is going on here? Where is this? Why are these people not in their house studying? Where are they going? They got head wrap on and all that stuff. Where are you going? Oh, it's dark outside and you're outside. You don't got studying to do? Bet you if you weren't where you were at, the stuff wouldn't happen to you. Bet you that. I bet you if you weren't where you were 5 months ago, whatever is happening in somebody's life, and then they bump into a highwayman, and now they got to deal with this criminal. Something led to you being at that spot. Now, if you being at that spot has nothing to do with righteousness, don't tell me about somebody over there is violating you. I don't want to hear it. Just blocking the ears. Da 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 da. Huh? Oh yeah, da 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 da. Nothing. Not hearing anything from you people. Nothing. What the hell are you doing outside? People got masks on, kidnapping people. You're outside talking about, why are you doing this? Why are you acting so violent? No, don't you see I have a mask on, you big dummy? Don't you see I'm concealing my identity while I violate you? There's law enforcement. I thought that was supposed to be law. Okay, let's go back to this RV Bay we're supposed to read every day. RV Bay you're supposed to read every day? Every day? Every day. Every day you're supposed to read. Not because you want to. Not because you want to. These are the orders. And anybody telling you don't go to RV Bay, they're a sellout and a traitor. Anybody telling you don't go to RV Bay Publications, they're the biggest hater on the planet. If they're telling you don't go to RV Bay Publications, they're a hater. They drink haterade and all that. They're a hater. Telling people don't go to RV Bay. Don't go to RV Bay? Yeah. That's all you're getting all day.
Okay. Raka! North Star! That way. The North Star's that way. Canaanland moves. Read RVP every day. Okay.
That's all you're getting. You're not getting anything else. Shut the hell up. You don't want to hear any of you people talking. You don't hear any of you people talking. And all you people talking crazy about Canaanland Moors, let me tell you something. Let me just tell you something again. During the days of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, he was invited to Canaanland and was welcomed with open arms, with trust his works would be favorable. The following text is published of his invitation. So pleased were Dr. Oscar and Madame Bruton of Toronto, Canada, with meeting Prophet Noble Drew Ali, founder of the Moorish Science Temple of America, that they invited him to Toronto to be their house guest for as long as he could afford to remain. Impressed with the wisdom and the possibilities of the Moorish Leaders Program, Dr. Bruton would like to arrange for a series of lectures by Prophet Noble Drew Ali for the benefit of the citizens of Toronto. It is believed the Prophet will act favorably on the distinguished Canadian's invitation. The distinguished. So anybody telling you don't go to rvbaypublications.com, they're a traitor. Anybody telling you don't listen to Canaanland Moors, they're a traitor. Why? Why are they a traitor? Because Noble Drew Ali said that there's going to be a temple here. Noble Drew Ali prophesied that in the 1920s. And Canaanland Moors and Canaanland Moor supporters are making Moorish history. They are Moorish history in the flesh. Not Moorish history 500 years ago, some Spain BS. Moorish history right now. Right now. So anybody telling you, don't listen to Canaanland Moors. Oh, that brother Cujo, oh, you don't want to listen to him or whatever. They're violating the prophet. Because Canaanland Moors, they have nothing to do with some individuals. They have a charter for some building. It has to do with Noble Drew Ali. Prophesied this. And it manifested. We don't care by who and all that stuff. It manifested, which is proof of the prophecy. honors to Canaanland and all that stuff. This honors to Noble Drew Ali, the prophet, not a prophet and all that stuff. The prophet. And we're not talking about some, let's go pray. The prophet. The prophet said, one more time. Kicking your effing back. Kicking your back. Talking crazy. Kick right in your back. Oh yeah, we'll give you this RV Bay one too.
People, you're loaded down. Don't mess with those people. They're on the FBI terrorist list. It doesn't even exist. But if you and I knew that, this is where we learn to just turn our head and meet people where they are and keep moving, because we know that's not true. But the propaganda has it where people believe it. People, you're loaded down. Don't mess with those people. They're on the FBI terrorist list. It doesn't even exist. But if you and I knew that, this is where we learn to just turn our head and meet people where they are and keep moving. Because
right. So Drew Ali said they're going to be trying every weak mind. See, weak-minded people. Moors who study, we're not concerned. We're doing you a favor. We don't have to do this. Warn you of traders who are going to sell you out. We counted on the record about 75,000. The dirty Moors here got off people over the past 8 years. 75 grand. All the people who complained to us, when we added up all the people that paid 3,000 for a package, these people got 75,000. And then here come some traders telling you, Cujo embezzled 50,000. Turn your head from these people and stop listening to propaganda. People who telling you, listen to RV Bay. That's propaganda. Don't listen to them. Because they're trying your weak mind. And then you don't get it that they're trying your weak mind. And then you're going with something as if these people are credible or something. And then you don't go to RV Bay every day. You go to these people. Right? Do whatever it is. Get locked up for 6 years and now you're talking about sorry. Sorry. I learned my lesson. Shouldn't have been over there with them. Should have been over here with you. Should have been over there with you. Messed up.
They not telling y'all the real. The empire ceased to exist in 1912, y'all, where it was just a red flag. The empire ceased to exist. Between 1912 and 1956, it became the French took on Morocco as a kingdom protectorate. Okay? Meaning that Morocco was under the subjugation of. They not telling y'all the real. The empire ceased to exist in 1912, y'all, where it was just a red flag. The empire ceased to exist.
Just see here. The Moabites from the land of Moab, who received permission from the pharaohs of Egypt to settle and inhabit Northwest Africa. They were the founders and are the true possessors of the present Moroccan Empire. So Noble Drew Ali said. Now, if the Moroccan Empire was relinquished, dissolved, destroyed, whatever, in 1912, and sometime after 1912, Noble Drew Ali is telling you about the present Moroccan Empire, who are you listening to? Who are you listening to? Who are you listening to? If you're a Moor, who are you listening to? You listening to Noble Drew Ali, or are you listening to this crazy person right here? And then crazy person is going to go use more world order cockeyes as her teaching point. And they're telling you, don't listen to RV Bay, don't go there, don't listen to them, they don't know what they're talking about. And then Cliff is talking just like that too. You don't realize there's a pattern here? You don't see the pattern? How come you don't see the pattern? How come these people are just spitting in your face and you're talking about just letting people spit in your face like that? Just like that? And we're not talking about the little, we're not talking about those spit or whatever. You're going to get yourself in trouble because you didn't go to RV Bay every day. Right? Those are orders. You have an obligation to make sure you go to RV Bay publications every day. Every day. Okay, fine, sure, I'll play it.
Raka! North Star! That way. The North Star's that way. Canaanland boys. Read RVP every day. Uplift the fee cause we all base. We enforce the law and we obey. Forefathers from before is still today. Reading my Quran and my Torah. Universal laws in more ways. Read 4 chapters, receive it 4 ways. Great divine love rules our verse. Before I circle blocks, man, I circle semis first. You bust the image, but your rhymes hurt. Declare 13 disrespected earth. Love, but it's all in God's plan. Today's mathematics don't judge a man. Unity of life, embodiment of truth. I'm responsible for every deed cause I seen the proof. Noble Drew X. Do I have to draw it out for you? Cause nationality is not a color I can use. Jerry Spruce, standing on my square, even without shoes. On the highest authority, spirit of blue. Marcus Coffee, whirlwind times 2. The world's in the wind when the trumpet blew.
Stand up, go into your bathroom. If you got a big floor to ceiling, cut the light on and stand and take a good hard look at yourself. You British government, you know, and it took me a long time to get to understand that concept. I self-law am master. If I can govern myself, if I can govern my household, that's what I should be doing. Why should I walk out of my door and then leave everything that I know about myself in the house to go out and adopt something that I have no knowledge thereof? It makes no sense. So we need to stop asking that question. I ask myself this question: if not me, then who?
Death and wisdom, my friends, intelligent creatures, guardians of sacred knowledge, Olmec features, secrets of the afterlife, manifest the present day. Dirty mortals and scoundrels lose their heads in a pleasant way. Deceit and deception, negative past thoughts, keeps awareness on point. Spirit messages never off. Inner realizations, encounter the higher selves. Next plane existence explains my consistence. Without a foe, you never know, so pass most resistant. Divinity, my twin flame, side chick and mistress, metaphysic, kabbalistic, almaroc mystic, patriarch, papistics, make my thoughts sadistic, so indigenous, call me Americanistic, invoking the ancestors, Saracen cryptic, suns on rotation, flows ecliptic, shatter all illusions, reveal the realistic, sitting in the dark, holding the light marvelous, recognize the artifice, skin so carbonous, hair so antenna, I feel them from Vienna, myriad of virtues, lessons, in reptilian henna, enlightenment seekers won't find it in mainstream. Focus as a laser, stay balanced like a beam. Not even a gymnast. Whenever I flip this, as above, so below. Get out when within this. Don't think I'm a slave, cause I speak in English. Drew Ali the water, watch your flames get extinguished. Living in your higher, lower self is relinquished. Reputation of master teachers, call it distinguished.
RV Bay, every day. The reputation of master teachers, call it distinguished. This is our superstars right here. You know, when you walk down the street, you say, oh my God. It's... Then you running over to get the autograph and all that stuff. This is ours. This is our Pele and all that. This is our Mike Tyson. This is our Jordan. RVB. RVB. That's who we're riding with. And don't let these fake temple whoever's also try to convince you that RVB has nothing to do with Noble Drew Ali and all that stuff, because they have a section on their website with More Science Temple on it. And it's a temple that's around right now. The same temple that Noble Drew Ali prophesied is going to be. You still think you're with the right ones over there? You still think you're the right ones over there, huh? Let's see what Drew Ali said. March 11th, 1929. Brother Crumbly Bay, the governor and chief head of the temple in Pittsburgh. Brother Charles Bay, governor and chief head of the temple in Cleveland. These two brothers are in power by the prophet to investigate business, etc. of Temple number 4 in Detroit, Michigan, because Lomax Bay has violated all divine laws of the prophet even before the prophet's face, February 15th, 1929. He claims that the prophet has no more power and finance from Detroit would be in his charge. He wouldn't send any to the prophet. He yelled with a loud voice, "Look at me." I will guide you through. This is lawful and living evidence, spoken before 1,500 people. And the prophet was also present. I, the prophet, declare his office vacant and the name of Grand Governor discharged. He can only be a member according to law because the Moorish Science Temple of America is a divine organization. Each temple is under supreme guidance of the prophet. When man fails, after being placed head of the temple by the prophet of obeying our divine laws and constitutions, he is a traitor and enemy of the divine creed and unloyal to the national government USA, to which the movement is to make men and women better citizens. From the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. From the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. So we don't care what anybody says. Drew Ali called out the traitors, the sellouts, the dirty Moors, and those people are still around today, descendants of Lomax Bey, telling you, look at me. Look at me. Let's go live and just put all the cleavage out there. Look at me. Let me just put the camel toe in the camera so you make sure that you could see the saggy camel toe. Look at me. Look at me. I'm a man and I wear wrap dresses. Look at me. Look at me. We don't want to look. Disgusting. We don't want to look. Why are you trying to make us look? We don't want to look. Are you forcing looking? Trying to force a look in your direction. Forcing. We're not looking. We're just going to throw the Molotov behind our head. We're just going to throw the Molotov. We know we're going to hit something. Because you're a dumbass. We know we're going to hit something. We don't have to try.
I've never heard R.V. Bey publication nor Canaanland Moore speak about the Battle of Aziz and how the empire ceased in 1912 and became a French protectorate. 12 in 1956, when it became a kingdom of Morocco across the water. They literally subjugated it down to a strip, just a little piece on the northwest coast of Africa. And that's what I'm saying, facts. I've never heard R.V. Bey publication nor Canaanland Moore speak about the Battle of Aziz and how the empire ceased in 1912 and became a French protectorate between 1912 and 1956, when it became a kingdom of Morocco across the water.
Okay, so if this is 1926, obviously this is after Morocco turned into a kingdom over there. And then the individual from here, this is his land, Noble Drew Ali, it's his land. This is not French's land. This is not Morocco over there's land. This is not United States land. This is Noble Drew Ali's land. Because he's Aboriginal indigenous to here. He's Cherokee, ain't he? Oh, so this has absolutely nothing to do with Africa, what he's talking about right now. The Moabites from the land of Moab, who Noble Drew Ali told the Moors that's them, who received permission from pharaohs of Egypt to settle and inhabit Northwest Africa. They were the founders and are the true possessors of the present Moroccan Empire. Their dominion and inhabitation extended from northeast and southwest Africa across the great Atlantis, even unto the present North, South, and Central America, and also Mexico and Atlantis Islands, before the great earthquake which caused the great Atlantic Ocean. What is there to think about? What is there to think about? If Noble Drew Ali's Aboriginal Indigenous, and you know that these people came over here because of papal bulls and all that stuff, that means anything that they say is fraud. Anything that they do is fraud. So, if anything that they do is fraud, why are you going with the fraud story of some relinquishment of something or whatever like that? Now, they go with the fraud story of the relinquishment of, okay, let's do another reference point. Okay, so Drew Ali said 1926, right? Then 1950s, CMB comes now and then files in the Library of Congress the same code that they say that they repealed and got rid of the consular courts and all that stuff. But then he's filing that in the Library of Congress? And then they're not saying, nah, you can't file this here? Oh, because he's from here, right? He's Aboriginal Indigenous to the land, right? So that would mean that his claim is superior to anybody's claim if they're a foreigner. United States is a foreigner, right? Kingdom of Morocco people are foreigners, right? France, they're foreigners, right? So that means they don't have any jurisdiction. Oh, but CMB is going to file his stuff in the Library of Congress, put Moorish American, and then you're debating Moors. Why are you debating Moors? And then why are you lying to people and telling them that stuff is relinquished and all that stuff, and telling them that there's no Moroccan Empire, when it's obvious if there's Moors, there's a Moroccan Empire? Why would there be Moors and there's a Moroccan city, and there's a Moroccan town, and there's a Moroccan stew, and there's a Moroccan dish, and there's a Moroccan rock, and there's a Moroccan bird, and there's a Moroccan sheep, and there's a Moroccan dog, there's Moroccan clothes, there's Moroccan language. But there's no Moroccan Empire? All this Moroccan stuff, but there's no Moroccan Empire. How? How? Because in order for there to be a Moroccan city and a Moroccan stew and a Moroccan whatever, there has to be a Moroccan Empire. Peace and love to all the Moors. Honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Read R.V. Bay every day. Honors to all the Moors worldwide. Supreme honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Islam.